Like I'm just saying, where's the butter? I'm basically saying English with a Russian accent, trying to do Australian accent. What's up guys, my name is Volodymyr and welcome back to my channel. I'm a native Russian speaker and today I'm going to try different English accents. I'm always have been fascinated by a variety of English accents. You have Australian, New Zealand, South African, and you have dozens accents in Britain. And then in US, each state has its own accent. It's so fascinating to me. So today in this video, I'm going to try Australian, British, Irish accent, and which one the last one? Southern American accent. I hope you're gonna enjoy it and tell me in the comments which one you like the most and which one I butchered the most. As I mentioned, I'm a native Russian speaker, English not my first language, so I'll be trying to do justice to these accents, but I'm sorry if I offend anyone, I'm not trying to do that. And guys, if you're new to the channel and if you like the video and only if you like the video, consider subscribing and click the like button for YouTube algorithm, it really helps my channel. And yeah, let's just begin. So I stumbled across this guy's channel, The Actors Academy, and he has a series of different videos where he teaches basics of each accent real fast in 4 or 5 minutes. So I'll be trying to do that, just couple sounds, couple words, and I hope he'll give some examples how to do that.
In order to do this accent, we have to figure out which sound.
So this is a Southern accent
for us. So one of those sounds is going to be the sound in words like have, mad, sad. We are going to have this sound change. Instead of it being have, it's going to change and be have. So it switches. It's kind of a combination of and but it has to have an on glide to where it's going. So it goes from to have. That's what we have. So the same thing is going to be happening with this sound now. This is going to be the A sound in, say, the word cake. Cake. So instead of it being just cake, it'd be cake.
Cake.
So it's very similar as in the sound.
It's the same,
we have
no?
our initial sound, the A.
Have.
And then we have that on glide.
Have.
Cakes. So when you combine those two sounds together, it'll sound something like this. Have you seen me make those cakes?
Have you seen me make those cakes? Make.
We're going to have one more here, and it's going to be the EAs that you will see in words like real, or meal, or steal. So, in say for example the word real, we have that E, but it's going to be real. So we're
real. What's the on glide? What's on glide?
Going and we're on gliding. Real.
On glide. Meal. Real. Steal. Does it sound any good?
Switch from T's into D's. Now this only happens though when it's in more so the middle of the word. Now there will be some exceptions.
Medial. What's the medial or medial?
If you see a T in the middle of the word, for example in the word like
medial.
Little, it won't be little, but it'll be little. So an example of this would be little fancy napkins,
Little fancy napkins.
We want it to be little fancy napkins. You put that D in there and you replace those T's. Only when it's in the middle.
You put the D in there.
Usually you're not going to replace it when it's at the end or at the beginning. It's just going to be really in the middle. Another thing that you guys are going to see that's a little bit different is the INGs. So the INGs are going to switch and you're not going to be saying ing like being.
Okay.
You're going to switch it and just get rid of that G at the end. So words like being, doing, skiing, flying. You get rid of that ing sound.
So it's the same as in, was it Australian accent?
Be flying, being, doing. You're gonna get rid of that
flying.
ing and have it just be an in. Being, doing, flying. Now, generally for this accent, you're gonna want to keep it relatively slow.
Oh, I like that.
Some accents require you to speak a little bit quicker.
I feel like if you just talk slow, it sounds southern.
Hanging on them a little bit more. And it really is that much more fun. So now if we put it all together, it'll sound a little bit of something like this. Well now, look what we have here. Little fancy napkins, little frosted cakes, little diva sandwiches with the crust cut off.
What? I didn't understand what he said. My name is Volodymyr. I came from Ukraine. And I like talking in southern accent. Yeah. Alright. Let's try Australian accent.
Alright, so first what we're going to be talking about are our I sounds. So for example, in the word like, we're going to be focusing on this one right here, the I
Okay.
sound, I.
Okay.
So we would normally say just like.
Like.
But if you want to sound Australian, we're going to change this sound to this. Oi.
Oi.
Almost like if you were to say
Like.
oil.
Like.
So
Like.
instead of saying like, you'd say like.
Like. Like.
So one way is the American way, the other way is the Australian way. So
Like.
Mike,
Mike.
bike.
Mike.
These are different ways.
Got it.
Now the second point we're going to talk about are our R's. So here's what I'm going to show you. So for example, say the word butter. We're going to be focusing on this last part, the So this one here with the
So it's the same as in British accent.
ER, we're going to change that to an So if we change it, instead of going like where's the butter, we'd go like where's the butter.
Oh wait, butter. Oh, it's different because in British accent you say UH, butter. And here he says butter.
Now, point number 3 we're going to talk about is our ending of INGs. So, for example, with this word saying, what we do is we get rid of the...
Guys, oh my god, I should say, to say INGs, for me, it's extremely difficult. The word that people don't understand what I'm saying is S-I-N-G, sing. I actually don't know how to pronounce it, sing. Is it like that, or sing, or sing? I don't know. Like, it's so hard for me to... And people don't understand me. They think that I say S-I-N all the time.
This, so then it'd be saying.
Saying.
What are you saying? Not what are you saying?
Saying, saying. Do you hear the difference?
What are you saying? Are we going camping? Where are you going to be parking?
Where are you going to be parking?
That G, so it's not an ing sound anymore, but it's going to be saying. Now, the last bit we're going to talk about are our inflections. So, with our inflections, we have
what's inflection?
Upward inflections towards the very end of our sentences. So, if we have a sentence.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And then
I know that for a New Zealand accent. I didn't know Australian is the same.
A question accent, because it goes up. So, for example, it'd be like, where's the butter? And we go,
like, where's the butter?
Go up, butter. So, say, for example, even with the word butter, where's the butter?
Where's the butter?
So it goes up, butter.
Like I'm just saying, where's the butter? I mean, perfection. I'm basically saying English with a Russian accent, trying to do Australian accent. Okay, guys, this is gonna be Irish accent.
So the first sound that we're going to be talking about today is the R sound.
R.
As in R,
car,
park,
far.
We're going to change our R's to an R sound. And what I like to do, sometimes people will think about it as being less of a hard R sound. Because in America here, our R's are very hard. They think about it being less of a hard R, more of a softer R. So what I would do, instead of saying far, I'd say far.
Far.
Or instead of car, I would say car. So it's quite...
We are in a car.
Quite far. Where's the car?
Where's the car? Where's park?
You're changing your R's, and you're switching those from AR to an...
It's actually really hard for me. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but it's very hard for me to say.
Sound. The next point we're going to be talking about is the I's. So we're going to be switching our I's from words like Mike, bike, kite. We're going to change those I's to more of an OI sound.
Same as Australian, right?
Say words like oil. It's not going to be necessarily super strong though. So an example of this would be, it's quite far, don't you think? Where's Mike? So we're changing that I sound in Mike.
Where's Mike? Well, I already know that.
To Mike. So it's quite far. Where's Mike? And that will give you much beginning, you would say, beginning rid of a sound. So for words like ing, instead of saying biking, you would say boiking. Where are you biking to? So
again, same as Australian. I love that all of these accents, they have similarities, but at the same time, they're quite different. Biking.
Ing sounds just to an I end. So biking instead of biking. Another thing to work on is we want to pay attention to the spelling of words. Typically, they follow very close to the spelling that's given. So for example, for the word like while, when we see that word, we go while.
I know that. They say while, right?
You want to do though for the WHILE word, you want to get that H sound to come first. So instead of it being while, it'd be while. So an example of this would be, it's quite far, don't you think?
It's quite far, it's far. It's quite far, don't you think? Where's Mike? It's been a while. Oh my god. Guys. This one is the hardest for me. I can't... this one is the hardest for me.
It's been a while. So for words like where and while, as you can see from the example, we changed it and we had that H come first. We want to hear the H within those words.
Yeah.
And lastly, the thing that you want to focus on is that this accent is a very musical accent. There's a lot of hills and valleys when the person is speaking in an Irish accent.
Okay, so dynamics again. Okay, let me try this sentence again with some... It's quite hard, don't you think? Where is Mike? It's been a while. Like, I love pronouncing the instead of Mike, Moik. That's I think I'm doing that pretty good, but the rest, far, I can't say far. Okay, I can't say that.
Mike, it's been a while. So
and I don't have an Irish audience to correct me.
Over enunciated the T's, better, which most British people do. But now there's another side that you can also do to this, which is just omitting the T completely. And you could go better. So either better or better.
So in America you say better, like D, and in Britain they say T or without anything, better or better.
Now after the T's, we're going to get into the AR sounds. Again, we talked about the ARs in part 1. Now, what I want you guys to realize with the ARs is that it's an A and an H sound. So instead of R, it's ah. So instead of saying car, like we would in America, you'd say car. Or park. Park.
I'm going to park.
Brings us to the next one, which is the ER sounds now. So ERs are kind of similar to ARs, but instead of it being AH as we did for the R sounds, the sounds, ERs, now become UH. So it'll be more of an sound. For the word, we'll go with better again.
Better.
Well, instead of going better, it'd be better. UH for the ER sound.
Better.
You better do it.
You better do it. You better do it.
It'd be concert. You just change those
Concert.
The next sounds that we have are the O sounds. So with the O's, I just want you to think of doing them more, making them bigger. So instead of, say, for example, going not, you go not.
That's not it.
Okay, the next one here, we get into the E sounds. So now, these ones are going to maybe be a little bit complicated for you guys at first. When we have the E's, and the E sounds being at the end of a word. So, like, really, E, that really. E sound that we hear, really. Party. Those E sounds that you hear, we have to change them to I sounds. So, it, as you would hear in the word will. So, instead of saying really, it'd be really.
Wait, I don't hear the difference of what he's saying.
So, it's hard to hear at first, and I don't know if you guys can hear it right now. But how it will change is it'll change like this. So, instead of going really, this is the slow motion version of it, really, you would then go really.
Really? Really?
Now, when you go fast enough, the really, you kind of hear it sounds like there's an E there, but really you're just doing the I as in will.
Really? So basically it's shorter than the really. It's really? I feel like the accent is on different syllable here. Okay, guys, that was really fun. I think I did pretty good job at some words, but oh my god, like implemented in speech would be hard as hell for me. When I speak, I'm trying to mimic American accent, just general American accent. I think it's the most easiest. I think that people understand me better if I talk like that. It's not necessarily like I'm faking my accent. This is my accent now. I don't think I ever used to speak like this, and I had a vodka, and I grew up in Ukraine, and I moved to Canada, and I'm an immigrant right now. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, and only if you enjoyed it, click the like button for YouTube algorithm. It helps my channel. Let me know in the comments which accents I did the best, which accents I did the worst. Please don't be offended. Again, I'm a Russian speaker. I even can't talk English properly. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Пока-пока.